Hello, I'm Kristen Oakes White. Thank you for joining us for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, the only TV show bringing Louisiana farmers and consumers together every week. My partner Avery Davidson will join us later on in the show. Fortunately, 2022 was a quiet year for tropical weather in Louisiana. It's definitely not something we can rely on, and that's why there's a new insurance program specifically designed for named storms. This week, TWILA's Melancon takes a look at the program and how it can help protect farming operations.
Todd Landry is starting the day off on his sugarcane farm. He's bringing the tractor over to clean off after some field work. Spring is an easier time for most cane farmers. The last year has also been easier for tropical weather in Louisiana.
We haven't taken any direct hits in the last 5 or 10 years, but we've had these side glances that hit us here and there. So we're just waiting on the next one. I won't say we're due for one, but hopefully we can go another 5 or 10 years without any hurricanes.
Hurricanes are always a cloud on the horizon in Louisiana. That's why the USDA is promoting a new crop insurance program to help mitigate the cost of tropical weather. The Hurricane Insurance Protection Wind Index is also called HIPWI. It works with other crop insurance programs, but is designed specifically for named storms, according to Risk Management Agency Administrator Marcia Bunger.
The triggers are the maximum sustained winds exceeding 34 knots, along with precipitation exceeding 6 inches over a 4-day period. The tropical storm option can be purchased in addition to the existing HIPWI endorsement for an additional premium amount. The HIPWI endorsement includes the new tropical storm options are available in select counties, and they are numerous.
One of the caveats of the new program is that both the wind and rain provisions must be satisfied in order to trigger the program. Landry says it's definitely something he's interested in.
This type of coverage seems to be a little more, I'd say, acceptable. It seems like we can match the premium to the risk much easier than just a traditional crop insurance. So yes, I'm very interested in the additional endorsement.
Hopefully, it'll be another hurricane-free year in Louisiana, but if not, there may be some hope in protecting our farming investment. For This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Neil Melancon.
The HIPWI program combines with other insurance plans such as stacks and the supplemental coverage option. The deadline to purchase HIPWI is the same as those other plans as well. Coverage is available now wherever you buy your crop insurance from. Well, disaster doesn't only come in the form of tropical storms in Louisiana. Farmers can face drought and floods even in the same year. That was the story last year, and adverse weather has already entered the picture for this year's crop. After a few weeks of warmer weather, farmers across the state started planting their crops. According to the latest crop progress report from the USDA, 87% of the Louisiana corn crop is planted and 64% of those plants have already emerged. That's why farmers were especially nervous over this past weekend as temperatures dipped down into the upper 20s. Monday morning, TWILA's Carl Wiggers was in North Louisiana and captured this video of the frost-covered corn. By the afternoon, the corn looked like this. According to crop consultants and researchers, time will tell if this freeze impacts the plant beneath the soil. Most say it will take a few days to see the true impact. We will update this story in the coming weeks if farmers are forced to replant, but we certainly hope this frost is just a small bump on the road to a great crop this year. Last week, we began introducing you to the newest inductees of the Louisiana Agriculture Hall of Distinction. This week, TWILA's Craig Gautreaux takes us to a rice and crawfish farm in Acadia Parish to meet one of those honored, Jared Frey.
As a first grader, Jared Frey would come home from school in the afternoon and hop on a tractor. This was the start of a lifelong career in farming, and nearly 50 years later, he's still doing what he loves to do.
It was just my way of life. I didn't know there was another way of life, actually, and just the love of it, the smell of the fresh till soil, the smell in harvest season. You can't buy that,
This is my dad cutting rice, 91 years old. It's amazing where we've come in 44 years of my career. It's making life too easy for this younger generation coming up. Running with auto steer, cutting by itself.
Being from Acadia Parish, rice has played a large role in Frey's life. At one point, he was farming 4,500 acres of it. Now, much of the rice he grows is seed rice, which presents its own challenges.
And we moved into raising seed rice over the years. Now we're about 85% of our crop is seed rice. And, I mean, it's extra work, but our whole staff is so accustomed to it. You know, it's second nature to us. You know, you have to clean your equipment when you go from one field to the next. But now it's a lot simpler. All of our farms are clean. We don't have red rice problems or outcross problems.
Rice and crawfish go hand in hand in many farming operations. Frey has been involved with crawfish nearly as long as rice. Because of the sandy ground farmed by Frey, he started using push boats to reduce the rutting made by the traditional paddle wheel driven boats.
And then, you know, when you figure going back into it to put your land in shape, you know, you're going to spend $100 an acre just putting the land back in shape. Well, we don't have that added cost, you know, so it's just what works in each one's program. We like the push boat. Our water stays clean. We have a cleaner product, you know, so it's just something that we went to and we're very pleased with it, you know.
Working with crawfish gave Frey's wife, Dana, an idea. She decided a peeling plant would be another way to generate revenue for the farm. And under her leadership, it has been a great success.
She took over, and within a year, she wanted to build a plant. She said, you know, we need to take this thing to another level, you know, and she done a fine job with it. You know, we take it from the field to the table.
Frey has faced many challenges in farming, but none as big as the difficulties he faced with his health. 20 years ago, he lost both of his kidneys and got a transplant from his sister. 4 years ago, he was diagnosed with lymphoma and had to undergo chemotherapy. But with the help of his wife and staff, the Frey farm didn't miss a beat.
I was lucky I had a good staff, and still today have a good staff. And always said, it's not about, you know, I'm nothing without my staff, my wife, and you know, and my wife plays a big role in everything. You know, a lot of farmers, you know, for as FSA is concerned, the farmer's wife owns half. Well, my wife is actively involved. She can run this whole operation, so she was the backbone behind it all.
While Frey was dealing with health issues, his neighbors and fellow farmers came to his aid. That made an impression on him, and it reinforced his commitment to helping others. This past harvest season, he helped several area farmers who suffered misfortune at the worst of times.
It was real rewarding to our hearts to be able to help 6 different farmers this year, you know, and that's what the community does, you know, as a rural farmers help farmers, you know. It's not a competition thing, you know, everybody's out there just trying to make that living, you know.
Because of what Frey has been given, he gives back to his community, including hosting Santa on the Pond, an event that brings more than 4,000 people on his farm to celebrate Christmas. From his fields to his philanthropy, Frey feels fortunate what life has brought him, which now includes a place in the Louisiana Agriculture Hall of Distinction.
Well, it's humbling. I think it's way more than I deserve. You know, I would thank the good Lord. I'm accepting the honors, but I'm accepting it on behalf of everyone, you know. But we all work together. We're just here to make a living, you know, and I've been blessed. I can't say that enough. I've been blessed.
Congratulations again to Frey and the other inductees, Jackie Theriot and Dr. Steve Linscomb. We'll share the story about Dr. Linscomb in next week's show. Well, if seeing all that crawfish has you craving the treat now, well, you're in luck. It's time for a brand new Feasting on Agriculture. My co-host Avery Davidson has taken the reins on this segment for a little while, and this week he's in crawfish country.
I'm Avery Davidson, and on this edition of Feasting on Agriculture, we're in Church Point, Louisiana at the crawfish farm of David Savoie, where Chef Yvette Bonanno is going to go out, catch some crawfish, and then come back and cook up some crawfish and corn street tacos. Let's check it out.
Feasting on Agriculture is brought to you by the Louisiana Crawfish Promotion and Research Board, Louisiana Crawfish, ask before you eat. And by the Louisiana Beef Industry Council, beef, it's what's for dinner. And by the Louisiana Rice Promotion Board, think rice.
Where they're fighting.
Joining me now is Yvette Bonanno, chef and also spokesperson for the Louisiana Crawfish Promotion and Research Board. And this boat right here, I think you're about to get on this.
I know, I'm very excited. I have not seen this whole process. You know, we're in the kitchens and we have the meat that comes in, or, you know, the live crawfish. So to see how they're cultivated and brought in, it's very exciting. Looking forward to it.
Well, I don't want to be between you and fun, so I'm going to say, let's go ahead and you get on the boat.
I'm ready to go, Avery. Okay, I feel like I'm in good hands here. We're going to catch some crawfish?
Of course, if we're at a crawfish farm, we have to talk to the crawfish farmer, David Savoie, who's also the chair of the Louisiana Crawfish Promotion and Research Board. And David, tell me, what does it take to grow good crawfish here in Louisiana?
It's a constant job. You're constantly doing water, everything to make an ideal ecosystem for these crawfish, from food to water, just everything. You want to be sure you keep chemicals out. Everything is geared toward having a happy, healthy crop. So you do your best, and then you ask for Mother Nature to bless you.
I mean, this is a serious amount of work for a sack of crawfish. My goodness. Do you like crawfish? Do you like to eat? Yeah. Yes? I love them. I appreciate your hard work. He's done this for a very long time. And it's also interesting the size of the crawfish. Some of them are smaller and larger, so at this point they still have to grade them. There's a lot of steps that go into this process.
At the end of this season, we're gonna let the water down, and letting the water down helps enhance them to berry. You're going to work your levees, remaking your levees, and then you reflood in September, October. From there, you go to putting cages out, and here we are, harvesting crawfish.
I don't like snakes, I'm just letting you know. You don't have to put that in there, I'm just letting you know.
Did they get it like that? I think he stranded you.
I think so. I'm like, please, I need crawfish. Oh, he's coming back to get me. Okay, I'm ready.
What's it like for you to have someone like Yvette come out here and hop on one of your boats and harvest crawfish?
It's to link from the people that's sitting at a table in a restaurant, in a boiling place, or eating them at home, to see what we do.
Now the crawfish are gonna go into these sacks. You're roughly gonna have about 35 to 38 pounds per sack of crawfish. And as you can see, we pulled up probably 15, 16 different traps, and I only have about a half a bag. It's gonna be a long day. We fished the entire pond for crawfish, and it yielded a sack of crawfish, which is like 35, 36 pounds. So he's gonna move to the next pond and see what his yield will be. But this is a lot of work for just a small amount, a small quantity. So we're gonna get back into the kitchen and cook some of these crawfish and let this man do his job.
Thanks for hanging around as we continue feasting on agriculture. Yvette Bonanno and David Savoie joining us to where we're going to actually feast. And Yvette, what was it like being on that boat?
Okay, it was totally amazing. I have a new appreciation for the crawfish farmer. I mean, for the amount that they're pulling in, and just to see these beautiful tails that you provided for us. You know, we get the sweet end of the deal, let's be honest. So I'm very excited to show you this fun little dish we're gonna do. It's gonna be a crawfish and corn street taco.
Awesome, and you're gonna put us to work, right?
Absolutely. So we're gonna get started with the sour cream crema.
Okay.
We've got some sour cream,
All right.
and into the bowl we're gonna put a little bit of salt.
Okay.
And then we've got some fresh cilantro.
There we go.
And then if you don't mind, just squeezing a couple limes in. That's
I can
perfect.
do that. I take orders very well. Thank you, Yvette.
That's how easy that is. I've got some cabbage that I've sliced up, a little bit of green onions going in, some tomato, some jalapeno, give it a little bit of spice. And then if you can also give me a little bit of lime juice
Okay,
there,
I'll lime
and
you
then
here
give me a toss. Some salt will go in.
Okay.
To our skillet, we're gonna add just a little bit of oil. I've got some green onions. Those are the whites, the bottoms of the green onions gonna go in.
Okay.
A little bit of jalapeno. A touch of salt. Just gonna sweat the vegetables a little bit.
David, you're taking notes. That way you can make this for you guys, right?
Believe me, I'm taking notes.
So what we really wanna do is we're just gonna heat the tails through. So they are fully cooked,
Fully
1
cooked.
pound packages.
Right.
Yes, and you have to make sure you're looking for Louisiana certified.
Certified Louisiana crawfish. And if you ask, they have to tell you.
Yep. Ask before you eat every time.
So we're adding our crawfish,
Oh my gosh.
a little bit of fresh corn that I've just simply put into boiling water and then cut it off.
Gotcha.
We're gonna just put this into the skillet. Add the rest of these tomatoes. We're gonna put a little bit of those green onions in. And we're gonna deglaze it with just a little bit of tequila.
Ooh. Can we deglaze ourselves with that later?
Well, just a little bit is gonna go in, just kind of pick all those particles up off the bottom.
There we go.
And I have just a little bit of chili powder.
Okay.
Touch of cumin in there, and that's just gonna give it that nice taco flavoring. I'm gonna take our crawfish and corn mixture, go right into the taco.
Oh, wow. Okay, you want me to sprinkle a little bit of this on there?
Yes. All right, gentlemen.
Okay. Wow. This looks and smells absolutely amazing.
All right, David, thank you for having us
Thank
here
you.
at your farm today. Avery,
Oh, Yvette.
you get one for just helping.
Thank you, you know, just standing around, stirring things up. So David, what do you think of the tacos?
The tacos are actually really, really good. And what impressed me is how quick and how easy they were done. My wife would love this. It's not complicated at all. Very, very good.
The crawfish comes through at the front. You get that lime crema. That just adds a little tang to it. Oh, so good. So, if you want to learn more about David Savoie, the Louisiana Crawfish Promotion and Research Board, Yvette Bonanno, or get this recipe, visit us at our website at twilatv.org. For Feasting on Agriculture, I'm Avery Davidson. We'll see you next time.
Feasting on Agriculture was brought to you by the Louisiana Crawfish Promotion and Research Board, Louisiana Crawfish, ask before you eat, and by the Louisiana Beef Industry Council, beef, it's what's for dinner, and by the Louisiana Rice Promotion Board, think rice.
Now that we've talked about crawfish for more than half of this episode of TWILA, you must want to get some for yourself. So let's take a look at some of the prices from around the state. In Monroe, Randall's Fine Meats has live crawfish for $3.50 per pound, and you can get them boiled for $5.49 a pound. Traveling down Highway 165, you can get live crawfish in Pineville at Tom's Seafood for $2.09 per pound, and they sell them boiled for you at $4.99 a pound. Continuing south to Lafayette, you can visit Bubba's Seafood. You can get live crawfish for $3 a pound, and boiled is $3.99 a pound. Make sure wherever you're getting them, you do two things. First, call ahead and check prices before you head to the store because they can change or have specials you may want to know about. Secondly, make sure that you're getting Louisiana crawfish, which is why the Louisiana Crawfish Promotion and Research Board reminds you to always ask before you eat. Well, still to come on TWILA, we celebrate the farmers and ranchers who feed and clothe us every day. Stay with us. If you're on social media, you know there is a day for just about anything, from hot dogs to margaritas. And today is actually National Do Nothing Day. But we're not doing nothing today because Tuesday was a really important one to us here at TWILA, and to anyone who enjoys the basic necessities of food or fiber should have celebrated. It was National Ag Day. Every year since the Agriculture Council of America started the program in 1973, people across the industry and country come together to recognize the essential role agriculture plays in all of our lives and the hardworking people who keep the industry moving. In this week's Boost, we continue those celebrations with this touching tribute.
Why don't farmers get a standing ovation every morning? Maybe just a fist bump for every meal. From the everyday PB&J, the high-end gourmet. Or a thank you note next time biofuel powers the truck that completes a delivery. Because without farmers' get up early, stay up late, work till the job is done attitude, moments like these would only live in our imagination. National Ag Day is the light that shines on these unseen heroes. For more than 50 years, we're the leading voice in the chorus of praises, thanking them for feeding, fueling, and clothing the nation and beyond. We salute their tenacity, their determination to go all in, no matter the cost, their courage to play chicken with wind, rain, and drought, and their foresight to seasons ahead and decades beyond. Here's to the fence mending, livestock feeding, crop tending stewards of our environment's future. Thank you.
You can view this video and learn more about Ag Day on our website at twilatv.org. Well, that does it for this edition of TWILA. Be sure to join us next week when we'll show you how farm-raised catfish is coming back to Louisiana. Until then, you can watch all of our stories online at twilatv.org, and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can also find all of these stories on our YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe to us and turn on the notifications so you know exactly when we put out new content. For all of us here at TWILA, thanks for joining us. We hope to see you again right here next week.